Wait, did we just see a real-time proposal on national TV? Or the explosive finale of one of hip-hop's wildest love triangles? Because while the BET Awards were busy celebrating music, Papoose was out here making headlines with a ring. That's right, during the actual BET Awards show, not behind the scenes or in a green room, but center stage, Papoose got down on one knee and proposed to Claressa Shields. The audience froze, cameras trembled. And Remy Ma? She left the venue. In tears, all caught live on air. This wasn't gossip, this wasn't some post online. This was a red carpet love story that flipped into a televised betrayal. Fans are already calling it the boldest disrespect since Will Smith smacked Chris Rock. But the deeper questions remain. How long was this building behind the scenes? Was Claressa just a rebound, or the intended replacement from day one? And did Remy Ma truly discover the truth with the rest of us? Mid-applause, mid-camera pan? Because this wasn't just drama, it was calculated, cold-blooded, and broadcast in high definition. We've got the clips, the chaos, the clout chasers, and all the tears to back it up. And what you're about to learn might just erase someone's entire reputation. So let's hit rewind. Not 5 minutes before the proposal, but 5 whole years back, when Remy Ma and Papoose were still hailed as the face of Black love. The couple that overcame jail time, cheating scandals, career, dips, you name it. They were called unshakable, a model relationship, a bond built to survive anything, or so we thought. Because now, that love looks shattered. Because at the 2025 BET Awards, in front of Hollywood's elite, rolling cameras, and millions watching live, Papoose stood next to a woman who wasn't Remy Ma and asked her to be his forever. That woman? None other than 2-time Olympic gold medalist Claressa Shields. And the scene felt straight out of a movie. He didn't pull her aside backstage, he didn't wait until the credits rolled. It all went down during a tribute segment, right after Claressa was honored for her impact on women's sports and empowerment. Papoose stepped out, mic ready, ring in hand, looking unfazed, like, this is real. He gazed at her, then turned to the audience. And in a moment that was somehow both deeply personal and wildly public, he spoke 12 words that healed some hearts and broke plenty more. You are my peace. Will you marry me here and now? Claressa gasped, smiled, laughed. Then replied, yes, 1,000 times. Yes. The crowd lost it. Cheers turned into a standing ovation. The camera caught Queen Latifah applauding, Usher nodding in approval, and SCA dabbing at her eyes. But the frame that burned into everyone's memory, the one that elevated this from a moment to a cultural earthquake, was Remy Ma. She was present, just 2 rows from the front. And when the lens landed on her, her face said it all. Frozen. Tearful, expressionless. No applause. No reaction. She stood up, clutched her silver purse, and walked out. Mascara trailing down her cheek, the audience saw it in real time. The cameraman hesitated, didn't cut quickly enough. And by the time Remy reached the exit, Twitter was already exploding. Posts came pouring in. Ray, please no. She really walked out. This wasn't acting, this wasn't a pre-planned shock drop. This was raw heartbreak, streamed live and crystal clear. In just minutes, the hashtags took over. Timelines everywhere. Our bet proposal. Remy exited stage left. Claressa said yes. But let's not pretend this came out of thin air. This wasn't a shockwave. It was a slow-burning betrayal dressed up in glitz, gowns, and champagne. Because if you scroll back far enough, the red flags were flying. Like those interviews where Claressa sweetly called Papoose her mentor and music brother. Or that months-long training camp in Jersey, oddly close to Papoose's second home. Coincidence? More like calculated. Industry whispers had already started bubbling beneath the surface. The signs weren't hidden, we just weren't looking. Hard enough, something had shifted quietly in the background. Especially once Papoose and Remy began disappearing from each other's timelines. No anniversary tributes, no brunch day flicks, no red carpet duos. Just silence. Fans noticed, and they weren't imagining it. The moment played out live. The cameraman lingered too long, and by the time Remy hit the back of the venue, Twitter was already on fire. Posts flooded timelines. Ray not like this. She really left. This wasn't subtle. It was heartbreak, unfolding frame by frame. This wasn't a scene. This wasn't some orchestrated shock moment. It was heartbreak in its rawest form. Live, unfiltered, and crystal clear. Within moments, social media was flooded with hashtags. Will bet proposal? Remy exited stage left? Claressa said yes. Everyone witnessed it unfold in real time. The camera lingered a second too long. And before Remy even made it to the back doors, Twitter was already in meltdown mode. Posts hit fast. Ray I please no. She actually walked out. It was real, messy, and impossible to ignore. When Papoose quietly took over as Claressa's music manager, most folks brushed it off as just business. A clever, calculated move. Nothing more. But after last night, it's clear. This was personal all along. The way he looked at her during that proposal, that wasn't a fresh spark. That was the gaze of something that's been brewing in private. Let's break down the logistics. How does someone pull off a surprise proposal on live national TV with no leaks, no dry run, no backstage buzz, and yet Bet somehow carved out time for it? Exactly. Bet was in on it. This wasn't impulsive. It was mapped out, timed, and tailored for maximum shock value. According to multiple anonymous staffers, Papoose requested specific lighting cues and a wireless mic 3 days before the show. That's not spur of the moment, that's production-level betrayal. One insider even revealed, "We scrapped 2 performances just to fit in his moment. It was all cleared in advance." And that's what makes Remy Ma's exit hit even harder. She wasn't just blindsided, she was placed in the perfect seat to witness it all unfold. It wasn't just betrayal, it was mental warfare. Dressed up with applause, stage lights, and snack breaks. And just when you thought the drama had peaked, it escalated. As the credits rolled and fans flooded Instagram, Claressa dropped a photo with Papoose, flashing her ring loud and proud. The caption, "When it's real, it doesn't need a warning." Read it twice. No warning. That wasn't just shade. That was a missile. The internet lost it. Comments lit up. This level of disrespect is wild. Remy should have at least gotten a heads up. Some said BET just became Jerry Springer, with mood lighting. But not everyone was outraged. Claressa's supporters were celebrating, calling the moment long overdue. One comment read, "She had the glow, Remy had the ghost." Others argued Claressa didn't take anything. She stepped in when the spot got fumbled. "That's not a rebound," they said. "That's an upgrade." And the memes were brutal. One showed Remy from her old battle rap days, mic in hand, photoshopped squaring off against the BET show rundown. Another split the screen with Claressa beaming with her ring, and Remy storming out, captioned, "Not worth smudging the setting powder." But as the internet continues to spiral, bigger questions are starting to surface. Was that proposal even legit? Are Papoose and Claressa truly engaged? Or was this just a flashy stunt dressed up with a diamond ring? And the biggest question hanging over it all, what happens to Remy Ma now? Emotionally, publicly, artistically? Because let's be clear, this isn't just relationship drama, it feels like a cultural reset, a full-blown PR takedown, and maybe the heartbreaking finale to one of hip-hop's most iconic love stories. And wait, it gets even wilder. This saga isn't over. We've got 2 more chapters to unpack, and what's coming will push this scandal into full-blown DEFCON 1. Think leaked BET camera footage, behind-the-scenes audio, and a cryptic text thread, allegedly from Remy's cousin. If you thought that shiny onstage yes was the climax, think again. Because what unfolded after the lights dimmed might just outdo the proposal in pure, unfiltered chaos. Moments after Claressa's ring went viral and Remy's quiet exit was crowned Meme of the Year, the whispers started from inside BET. And then came the leaks. Fast, uncut, and ruthless. A shaky TikTok appeared, clearly shot from behind the curtain. No edits, no glam, just pure backstage frenzy. In the fuzzy clip, Papoose and Claressa are seen locked in an embrace, surrounded by BET producers, crew members, and a few interns, looking like they just witnessed history. The audio was crystal clear. A woman snapped, "Oh, so now it's a show? Y'all think this is cute?" Fans were sure it was Remy Ma. Her voice, her fire, undeniable. The 17-second clip shook the internet. Bet tried to bury it, TikTok pulled it twice, but the damage was done. Then, a BET sound engineer claimed Remy saw the proposal line on a teleprompter and vanished into the crowd. That dramatic exit? Maybe staged. A rumored Finsta posted, "It's only betrayal if you expected loyalty." Then came the trailer, unboxed, narrated by Papoose. Claressa, silent, just a emoji. A voice note from BET's Green Room leaked. Papoose saying, "I wasn't trying to hurt nobody. I just found peace." Fans suspect Claressa's camp dropped it, dubbing them promo assassins straight out of Marvel. Then lobby footage. Hit. Remy Ma, barefoot, yelling at Claressa outside Papoose's suite. The BET after party? Scrapped. Legal warnings? Flying. Claressa, unbothered, flaunting her ring, sipping wine, locking in deals with Amazon, Vogue, and a Kimmel appearance. But fans can't help but ask, is this real love or a revenge campaign? Remy's still silent, but sources say she's back in the booth. The finale? Still pending. Sound off in the comments. We see it all. And if even one part of this saga had your jaw on the floor, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe for more jaw-dropping drama, and tap the bell so you never miss another. Viral betrayal, backstage brawl, or front row disaster. Because around here, we don't sip tea, we drown feeds. You've just been hit with another reality shock. See you in the next digital explosion.